All right, here we go. We're using the crystal blue weed cutter in action. All right, GoPro, you survived. We got tons of it. Hey there, welcome back to Hardy Brothers Outdoors. Josh Hardy here. I wanted to do a quick tips and tricks for the crystal blue weed cutter. So here we go. There's going to be some bonus tips in here as well. You might be able to look at me and see what one of those might be. So here we go. Tip number one: when assembling this, do it in a garage in a flat space somewhere other than out in the field. I learned that lesson. It's a lot harder to put together that way, and it's really not that hard to put together. It should go together in 5 to 10 minutes max. Number two, it says all you need is a Phillips head screwdriver. That might be true. In my case, I needed to get a power drill to actually do the final 2 self-tapping screws. Tip number three, wear the gloves. These are, I think they're 30-inch long razor blades. So I noticed when I was pulling stuff out and clearing the rake that it would be very easy to slice yourself. So don't play around with it. When you have the covers off, use the gloves. And when you're not using it, put the covers on. I would make sure if I were using it around small children, actually I wouldn't use it around small children. Make sure they're out of the picture, away, not trying to help. These blades are extremely sharp. When I threw it, I found, and I don't know if the directions, I didn't actually read them, state this or not, but I threw it with the angle down, and I got a lot better weeds out that way. If I put it with the angle up, a lot of the weeds came off as I was pulling it in. All right, next tip. Do yourself a favor. Learn how to tie a proper knot. My first knot, and I actually have my GoPro attached to it. I gave it a toss, and on the way back in, the knot came undone. So I did not do a good knot. I now have a knot that seems to be holding a lot better, but give yourself a little bit of time, do a proper knot. The next tip is I'm going to add more length to this rope. So I bought this. I have another weed eradicator and lake rake, but they don't have the same reach that this has. This has a 20-foot rope on it, which sounds like a lot, but it goes very quickly, plus the length of this. So I'm going to add a rope. I'm going to make it so that it's further than I can throw it. That way I don't accidentally throw it maybe into a deep end or something and have my rope outrun me. You could hook a loop on it to your wrist. I'm not going to do that either because I want to be able to get, out as far as I need to without it yanking on me. And then my final tip is dress appropriately. If you're worried about getting dirty, you're going to get dirty. So I have a lot of muck, and as the weeds come through the muck, they're gathering muck. So as I was shaking them off in the first couple seconds, I was covered with muck. Probably have some on my face. But I got to tell you, I cleared a ton of American pondweed and southern naiad or bushy pondweed, which I believe is what it is. I've got piles of it over here. Didn't get it all. I'm going to come back and do more later. But just trying to get it cleaned up in an area where some small children will be fishing this weekend. So I got to tell you, super impressed with it, and I'm looking forward to using it more. Thanks for watching.